I'm going to do that.
Teen Killers, tonight on News Channel 5 at 10.
Tonight, bad news for the growing business that's been helping millions of Americans get less expensive prescription drugs. A court ruling could shut them down. The cost of war in Iraq, measured in lives of the brave, billions more dollars, and mounting federal debt. Ask a reservist about the cost of service. His business in shambles, his debts unpaid, his family in crisis. We'll have the reservist story. And the row over Rosie. Why the well-known star could lose millions in a major business battle.
This is the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather reporting from CBS News headquarters in New York.
Good evening. It's a major blow to millions of Americans, especially seniors, hoping to buy less expensive prescription drugs from Canada. A U.S. federal judge today ordered the nationwide shutdown of a big importer of those drugs. The FDA argued for the shutdown, saying it could not ensure the Canadian drugs are safe. But many who buy such drugs view that as a cover story and accuse the FDA of caving in to the drug industry lobby. CBS's Jim Axelrod is here with more. Jim, what about it?
Dan, pending appeal, this ruling puts a company out of business that was saving Americans hundreds of dollars a month on their prescription drug costs. And it will clearly have broader implications for the estimated 1 to 2 million Americans who buy Canadian drugs. RX Depot had been operating 85 storefronts in 26 states, connecting through computers Americans who need drugs with Canadian pharmacies that fill prescriptions cheaper. Patricia Lozier got her drugs from Canada for a third of what they cost here.
I only get like $900 a month, and out of that's got to come all these prescriptions.
The government said RX Depot put Americans at risk by helping to circumvent FDA scrutiny on drugs entering the country. In her ruling, federal judge Claire Egan wrote, "This court is not unsympathetic to individuals who cannot afford their prescription drugs at U.S. prices, but that it's illegal."
It was not totally unexpected. We fought an uphill battle in this regard since day one, and the fight's going to continue from this point. We are not giving up.
The savings lured not just individuals to RX Depot, but whole cities. The mayor of Springfield, Massachusetts went all the way to headquarters in Tulsa, Oklahoma to sign up his city workers.
We have the potential to save upwards of $9 million a year by going to Canada for our prescription medication.
Actually, it doesn't stop with cities. Try states. Wisconsin, Michigan, Iowa, Minnesota, and Illinois were interested in the idea. You can be sure this ruling and its implications will be a hot topic for anyone running for president, because this idea was already doing something every presidential candidate will be promising to do, putting cheaper prescription drugs in American pockets. Dan?
Jim Axelrod, thanks. President Bush presided at a White House ceremony today that underscored just how costly the war in Iraq has become and how costly it may remain for the foreseeable future. As CBS News White House correspondent John Roberts now reports, some experts are concerned about the impact on America's long-term economic health.
With a stroke of his pen, President Bush committed more money to Iraq than he spends on any domestic program. More than $65 billion for military operations, almost $19 billion for reconstruction. The president had wanted more, but Congress denied him what it called frivolous items, like $9 million to develop a zip code in Iraq, 40 garbage trucks at $50,000 apiece, and $100 million to restore marshland in Iraq.
No enemy or friend can doubt that America has the resources and the will to see this war through to victory.
The U.S. may have the resources, but every penny is being borrowed. The Iraq bill will push this year's deficit, now projected at $475 billion, to well over $500 billion. The White House says not to worry.
The president believes that the deficit where we are right now is manageable.
But all that spending has the nation's top money man worried that the bill will come back to bite Americans. Alan Greenspan said today the long-term effects of deepening debt could have notable destabilizing effects on the economy and put at risk Social Security and Medicare benefits for retiring baby boomers. The biggest chunk of the deficit is from the president's tax cuts, crucial, insists the White House, to the economic recovery. But if the president can't get deficits under control going forward, experts say benefits could collapse.
It's much like a shot of adrenaline now, but 2 or 3 years from now, the effect will wear off and the economy in the United States could slow.
Greenspan did have some good news, saying the economy appears poised to start adding jobs, and jobless claims fell last week to their lowest level since before the recession. All the more reason, economists say, to rein in runaway deficits to keep the economy growing. Dan?
John Roberts reporting live from the White House. Thanks. In Iraq today, there were more American and coalition casualties. A major from Poland was fatally wounded in an attack west of Baghdad. He was Poland's first combat death since 1947. Elsewhere, a soldier from the U.S. Army's 3rd Armored Cavalry was killed by a landmine, and a paratrooper from the 82nd Airborne died in an ambush. Also today, the Iowa National Guard announced the death in Germany of a 16th soldier who was aboard that Army Chinook helicopter shot down Sunday in Iraq. That word came just a few hours after troops in Iraq attended a memorial service for their fallen comrades. CBS's Kimberly Dozier reports.
Amazing grace. They don't talk about it, try not to think about it. Soldiers know they may not all make it home. But they never thought they'd lose so many in one day. Tonight, hundreds of troops gathered at a desert airstrip to honor fellow soldiers lost when a militant's missile knocked their helicopter out of the sky. The commander of a second helicopter watched it all, helpless.
I seen the impact of the rocket when it hit the aircraft, and just my first thoughts, oh my God, this can't be.
The pilots, Chief Warrant Officer Bruce Smith and First Lieutenant Brian Slavinas, fought to keep their aircraft level. The soldiers say the pilots slowed the helicopter's fall, saving many lives, but losing their own.
They chose the sacrifice of a soldier. The sacrifice they made for their country, for their loved ones, for their future.
The troops had been headed out of Iraq, some for a break, others tending to family emergencies. Sergeant Ernest Bucklew was rushing home for his mother's funeral. His family is now waiting for his remains to lay him to rest together with his mom. Staff Sergeant John Velasquez was on the way to see his 5-month-old daughter for the very first time. Specialist Brian Peniston was headed back for his wedding. It was supposed to be tomorrow. His fiancée spoke to him just hours before he boarded the aircraft.
And the last things he said to me were, "I love you, Mrs. Peniston."
The soldiers say they know the risks of war, but this is not how their brothers in arms were meant to go. Kimberly Dozier, CBS News, Baghdad.
As we reported last night he would do, Defense Secretary Rumsfeld officially announced today that more than 40,000 Reserve and National Guard soldiers will be called up and sent to Iraq next year. As CBS's Byron Pitts reports, for many reservists, the transition from weekend warrior to full-time soldier is painful and costly in more ways than one.
On a sun-soaked street in Northern California,
past due 120 days.
Air Force reservist Oscar Rodriguez is finally back home from active duty.
They ain't giving us a loan because I got bad credit.
Where the high and unexpected cost of war
Here's a sad little letter.
Has taken a toll.
It was hard seeing my mom, and it was hard.
When Master Sergeant Rodriguez and his company were activated for 1 year on 8 hours' notice, he left behind his wife to run the couple's construction company.
My dad was away, and so she's pretty much doing this on her own because he can't do anything about it when he's gone. And I can't really do anything about it. I mean, I try, but...
They all try, but with Oscar at war repairing Air Force cargo planes, the family income was cut by 80%.
I lost the bids for my construction projects. I lost my savings. I lost my credit history. It's in shambles.
Despite federal laws protecting active duty reservists from creditors during wartime, the creditors kept calling. Their home is now in foreclosure.
You do everything that you're supposed to do without asking for help. All you want is for everybody to do the right thing.
Oscar Rodriguez and his family aren't the only ones who sacrificed. Of the more than 200,000 reservists now on active duty in Afghanistan, Iraq, and around the world, 1/3 have taken a cut in pay in order to serve their country. Oscar Rodriguez is trying to rebuild his business one step at a time. He's gone from building hotels to kitchen counters.
Good.
He's suing his creditors more for the principle than the money.
It's about every soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, anybody that's serving our country has a right to at least not be concerned about the wolves knocking on the door.
You guys going to recover from this, you think?
That's a tough question because we are separated.
The strain of duty and debt may have cost this couple their marriage. Yet Master Sergeant Oscar Rodriguez has re-enlisted.
The charge that we accept as soldiers, sailors, and airmen is a noble one.
He's a member of an Air Force Honor Guard. For him, sacrifice isn't a slogan. In war, there are casualties, both overseas and at home.
God bless America.
Byron Pitts, CBS News, Modesto, California.
We'll have more later on Iraq by giving you a look at a beautiful ancient civilization nearly destroyed by Saddam Hussein, now coming back to life. Next up, the inside story on silicone gel breast implants. The chairman of an FDA panel that recommended their approval speaks out against them. You'll see and hear why.
What does the white button do?
You can make and receive calls while you're driving, hands-free.
I can't believe this.
OnStar is available on 51 GM models.
We're here showing folks how a packet of Hidden Valley Ranch changes spinach dip into ranch spinach dip.
I like it. Really, it's different.
And changes salsa into ranch salsa.
It's jazzy, pizzazzy.
Hidden Valley Ranch. This changes everything.
These are the Jones Boys. And this is Mom, who's found a way to keep up with the Joneses. Pledge wipes with orange oil. The only wipes with both the power of orange oil to help her clean fast. And Pledge conditioners to make the shine last. Because this isn't just any wipe with orange oil. It's a Pledge wipe with orange oil. S.C. Johnson, a family company.
There's something great going around. Something so delicious, people can't get enough of it. It's these new reclosable bottles of Ensure. They're great tasting and go anywhere and everywhere you do to give you a good source of complete balanced nutrition to help you stay healthy. Enjoy Ensure as a snack or occasional meal in 5 creamy, rich flavors. Ensure, now in reclosable bottles. Drink to your health, wherever you go.
Only Big Lots brings home the magic of the holidays at the closeout price. Right now, you'll find a huge selection of holiday decor, all up to half off what you'd pay at discount stores. So decorate outside, decorate inside, decorate everywhere. Because with Big Lots closeout prices, this is the perfect opportunity to create your most beautiful holiday home ever. Big Lots, brand names, closeout prices, happy holidays.
When is cereal more than just breakfast? When it's grape nuts or shredded wheat. They have a healthy whole grain crunch that may help reduce your risk of heart disease. So start your day the Heart Smart way. 2 healthy classics from Post. They're anything but ordinary.
Mr. London, your vehicle should be unlocked.
Oh, you guys are absolute geniuses. You are wonderful.
Glad we could be of assistance.
OnStar is available on 51 GM models.
There was another big legal setback today for the brand new federal law just signed by President Bush that makes it a crime for doctors to perform certain types of late-term abortions. A second federal judge, this one in New York, issued an injunction that could prevent enforcement of this new law in many states until the U.S. Supreme Court makes a final decision. There's more news tonight about a rare move by the head of an FDA advisory panel. He's publicly disagreeing with his own panel's recommendation to reapprove sales of silicone gel breast implants. Such implants were virtually banned a decade ago because of safety questions. What's going on here now? CBS's Elizabeth Caledon talked with the panel chairman to get you the inside story.
Dr. Thomas Whalen, a pediatric surgeon, says he had no opinion about silicone gel breast implants before sitting down to chair the FDA advisory panel considering whether to put them back on the market. But after hearing 2 days of testimony last month, he became alarmed.
Our job was to look at the science as best we could and see if it demonstrated safety and efficacy, and long-term safety was not there.
As chair of the panel, Dr. Whalen was expected to be an impartial mediator, voting only in the event of a tie. But his panel recommended approval of the implants by a vote of 9-6. And this week, he decided to speak up.
It truly was a matter of conscience.
In a highly unusual move complicating this emotional debate, Dr. Whalen wrote a letter directly to FDA Chief Mark McClellan, imploring him not to approve the implants and condemning his panel's vote. Long-term safety, he writes, was clearly not demonstrated, and to approve this device poses threats to women that are clearly unknown. Dr. Whalen admits short-term safety was proven. Still, his letter has stung some of his colleagues, most notably for implying that plastic surgeons on the panel stand to gain financially by voting yes. Cancer surgeon Marilyn Leach says he's entitled to his opinion, but she'll stand by her yes vote because women deserve choices.
We want to be sure they have all options available to them, that they understand the pros and cons of each of those options, and then they make a decision.
Exactly how much influence Dr. Whalen's letter will have on the FDA's final action remains to be seen. He is hoping such impassioned concerns from a once impartial source will be difficult to completely dismiss. Elizabeth Caledon, CBS News, New York.
Look out, El Nino is coming back. U.S. weather experts say mild El Nino climate conditions are forming far out in the Pacific Ocean and could affect winter weather over wide areas of this country. A typical El Nino winter is stormy in the west and south, especially in California, but with fewer storms than normal in northern states. Next up here on the CBS Evening News, the big business case of Rosie O'Donnell versus the publisher. It's a bitter courtroom battle that could cost her millions. How did it come to this? We'll report the details.
Allergy congestion won't ruin my life again.
The most important breakthrough in the history of allergy relief. Full prescription strength Claritin D tablets are now available without a prescription. Non-drowsy all day Claritin D.
My doctor prescribed Claritin D, and now I can get it without a prescription.
Claritin D relieves even my worst allergy symptoms, my congestion, my sneezing, and my sinus pressure.
Claritin D never makes me feel sleepy, and I can breathe.
Claritin D, now available without a prescription.
Lemon Twist V8 juice has a refreshing squeeze of lemon. It's another way to get your full serving of vegetables. Sometimes it's the only way. Lemon Twist V8.
Introducing Serenity's Dry Active line. 3 sizes to fit your needs. All are thin and discreet with superior absorbency and powerful odor control. New Serenity Dry Active line from Tenna. Forget your worries, not your style.
The Hyundai Sonata makes more sense than ever. Once again ranked most appealing entry midsize car by J.D. Power & Associates. It's $3,700 less than a Toyota Camry LE when comparably equipped. Not to mention, only Hyundai has America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. And the Sonata's loaded with standard features. Test drive the 2004 Hyundai Sonata starting at just $15,539. When your car makes this much sense, you win.
Still brushing your dentures? Florence Henderson! You're missing more than food particles. You're missing the triple mint freshness of new Polident. Polivescent power cleans away odor-causing food particles brushing can miss. Triple mint Polident for minty fresh odor control.
Oh, what a shot! Who are you? I'm with the Sons Without Dads organization. Who are you? I'm his dad.
Spending too much time on home improvement projects? Come into Ace, the helpful place.
What's this?
Breakfast.
It's kind of early, buddy.
You guys need to take some cholesterol off of you.
Honey, have you been reading the Cheerios box again?
I got that off the box.
Cheerios is still the only leading cold cereal clinically proven to reduce cholesterol to help your heart.
I was very thoughtful of you. Very early, but very thoughtful.
Cheerios, good for the heart.
beef prices. They're at record highs and still rising. Tomorrow, why it's happening and what it means for you in a Consumer Alert on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Former television talk show host Rosie O'Donnell did her talking today from the witness stand in a New York courtroom. CBS News business correspondent Anthony Mason tells you why O'Donnell's legal battle with her former publishers could be costly for her personally and for the whole American magazine industry.
Rosie O'Donnell says it's a battle over her name.
But it is not a corporation's to decide or determine. It is mine. Okay. Thank you very much.
To the publishers of her now defunct magazine,
this is strictly a contract case.
Either way, the case now being heard in a New York court may be the ugliest divorce in the history of publishing.
And that's why we're watching it with such fascination, because think about it. Is this the end of the celebrity brand?
It seemed like an ideal marriage. The fading McCall's magazine given a new face and a new name, Rosie. The first issue sold 700,000 copies. Supported by Rosie's Queen of Nice image. But then she quit her popular talk show, came out as a lesbian in her autobiography, and magazine sales started to slip.
And you told Susan Ungaro that you needed an editor who would not be afraid to tell you to shut up. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
But Rosie flipped when she saw this cover, which she said made her look fat. Within days,
Rosie O'Donnell is quitting her namesake magazine.
She had walked away.
I cannot have my name on a magazine if I cannot be assured that it will represent my vision and my ideas.
But for all the celebrity gossip and tabloid sniping, this case is really about one thing. Did Rosie O'Donnell violate her contract or not?
I was supposed to be the creative director. It bears my name.
But the contract gave publishers Gruner & Jahr control in the last week of editing and veto power to chief executive Dan Brewster.
The fundamental question is, did she one day, in a fit of tantrum, simply walk away? And that's what she did.
When you're a top-notch performer and you're hired under contract, you can't just walk away. I don't care how famous you are.
O'Donnell is out $6 million of her own money. The publishers lost $25 million, and 100 people lost their jobs. Whatever the outcome of this case, it may be that nobody wins. Anthony Mason, CBS News, New York.
Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Bobby Hatfield of the Righteous Brothers has died. He and partner Bill Medley pioneered what's known as blue-eyed soul. Their hits include one of the most played pop songs in radio history, You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling. Hatfield was found dead in his hotel room in Michigan last night, just before a concert. Cause of death not yet established. Bobby Hatfield was 63. Still to come on tonight's CBS Evening News, he's turned Iraq's ancient marshes to dust. Can Saddam's act of environmental vandalism be reversed? We'll take you there in a moment.
The Hyundai Sonata makes more sense than ever. Once again ranked most appealing entry midsize car by J.D. Power & Associates. It's $3,700 less than a Toyota Camry LE when comparably equipped. Not to mention, only Hyundai has America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. And the Sonata's loaded with standard features. Test drive the 2004 Hyundai Sonata starting at just $15,539. When your car makes this much sense, you win.
Smart Balance Buttery Spreads bring you the Smart Potato, Smart Pancakes, and Smart Veggies. Smart Balance is a smart way to eat, with no cholesterol, no hydrogenated oil, and no trans fatty acids, naturally. Plus, the right balance of fats to help improve the ratio of good to bad cholesterol. And don't forget Smart Balance sensational taste. Try delicious Smart Balance Buttery Spreads.
I have brown hair. I'll be in a black dress. How will I know you?
I'm 5'11" with graying, salt and pepper. With brown hair.
Just for Men hair color rejuvenates hair. It's vitamin enriched. In 5 easy minutes, gray is shampooed away. It brings back a confident, natural look.
You look exactly like I imagined.
So, where do we go from here?
Your PC or mine?
Just for Men, the Rejuvenator.
Well, son, you're a man now, off to college.
Don't forget protection. You know, heartburn, indigestion. You'll want Pepto.
You might meet a nice girl. She might cook you dinner. She'll give you diarrhea. You'll need Pepto.
Dude, college, parties, pink stuff.
Only one leading brand can be used for 5 different stomach problems.
Dorm food. Got any Pepto?
Pepto-Bismol. Pink does more than you think.
Introducing Glade Holiday Memories 3-in-1 Candle. Created by nature, captured by Glade.
When is cereal more than just breakfast? When it's grape nuts or shredded wheat. They have a healthy whole grain crunch that may help reduce your risk of heart disease. So start your day the Heart Smart way. 2 healthy classics from Post. They're anything but ordinary.
Coming up in just minutes on News Channel 5 at 6, Tennessee's foster care system may be worse than first thought. We'll have the surprising details revealed in a hearing tonight at 6.
As we reported earlier, the $84 billion in additional spending that President Bush signed today for Iraq and Afghanistan did not contain a requested $100 million to restore marshlands in Iraq's far southeast. It is home to the Marsh Arabs, who suffered greatly under Saddam Hussein, but gained hope when he was ousted. CBS's Elizabeth Palmer takes you to one of the most important places in Iraq and one of the more fascinating corners of the globe.
Bigger than the Everglades, older than the Bible, Iraq's southern marshes are also the cradle of civilization. But where generations of explorers saw tradition and romance, Saddam Hussein saw treachery. He accused the Marsh Arabs of supporting the Shia uprising that followed the Gulf War and sent in the troops. But Saddam failed to flush the rebels from the marshes. So he set out to destroy the entire Marsh Arab civilization, to commit genocide with pumps and pipes. 10 years later, much of the marshes had turned to dust, dotted with abandoned villages. When Saddam Hussein drained away their water, most Marsh Arabs fled. Those that stayed behind and then survived the next brutal decade welcomed coalition forces as their liberators. Now they expect them to bring back the water too.
I believe the water level's rising. I've seen a difference in the time I've been here.
Right. Coalition forces have already started a project to reflood at least some of the marshes. But the people of southern Iraq didn't wait for the engineers. As soon as they heard Saddam was gone, they went out themselves to open the floodgates. Already the wildlife is returning. Restoring the ecosystem, though, will be easier than reviving a way of life. Tradition is still a means to survival for many, but they want better things for their children.
We have to make certain steps to improve the life of the people. That's building schools, hospitals, road networks, communications.
Iraq's southern marshes will never come back entirely. But the revival of even a part of this cultural and environmental treasure would stand as a living symbol of victory for all those who fought Saddam Hussein. Elizabeth Palmer, CBS News, Amara in southern Iraq.
Part of our world tonight. For the CBS Evening News, Dan Rather reporting. Good night.
For news 24 hours a day, click on cbsnews.com. Brought to you in part by Walmart. Good jobs, good people, great opportunities. Come grow with us at Walmart. This is CBS.
News and information leader. This is News Channel 5 at 6.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
In our news tonight, 2 pro-choice groups filed a lawsuit today over a state specialty license plate that benefits pro-lifers. News Channel 5's Dana Kay has been covering the story. She's in our newsroom right now to tell us what this lawsuit is all about. Dana?
Well, Chris, Planned Parenthood and the ACLU say the new specialty license plate that reads Choose Life is unconstitutional because They say it discriminates against people who have opposing points of view. Now, what we can tell you is that the legislature authorized the Choose Life plate in the last session, but the Senate tabled an amendment proposal that would have also created a pro-choice plate. Pro-choice advocates say that violates their right to free speech.
Can you imagine calling a public meeting at the convention center to consider a matter and only letting those in who support putting the Ten Commandments in the courthouse and prohibiting those who are opposed to that from entering the building? It's the same thing as here. It's basically an erosion of our basic